Hearing you. But can you just run?
We're going to go ahead and get started with our public hearings. We have two public hearings tonight. First hearing is Title Max SP 79. If there's anyone who wants to address that issue, please step forward.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. First, we have a site plan approval request. On January 3rd, 2014, a request was filed for site plan approval for a Title Max lending institution to be located at 711 North Highway 47. This property is zoned C3 Highway Commercial. Motion for approval passed 7-0 with 3 absent at the February 6, 2014 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting with a condition of a landscape plan approval. The applicant has revised the site plan to include landscaping that meets or exceeds the landscaping requirements for this project. I'd also ask that part of the public hearing record is the municipal code by reference, my planning and zoning report, and the public hearing notice.
Thank you. Is there anybody else in the audience that'd like to address the site plan issue, either for or against? Not hearing from anyone, I'll close that public hearing and we're going to open up Title Max Conditional Use Permit -37.
Once again, I'd like to ask that part of the public hearing record is the municipal code by reference, my P&Z report, and the public hearing notice. On January 3rd, 2014, a request was filed for approval of conditional use permit for a Title Max lending institution to be located at 711 North Highway 47. This property is zoned C3 Highway Commercial, and motion for approval passed 7-0 with 3 absent at the February 6, 2014 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
Anyone in the audience need to address that issue? Not hearing from anyone, I'll close the public hearing. And at this time, I'll call the Board of Aldermen meeting to order for the City of Warrenton on February 18, 2014. If everyone would stand, I think Alderman Clark will lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Get my machine back. Shut it off.
I didn't touch it.
She did.
Item 3 on the agenda is approval of the minutes, teleconference meeting minutes from February 7, 2014.
Make a motion that we approve the minutes from the February 7th teleconference meeting.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Casserly, seconded by Alderman Flake to approve the teleconference meeting minutes from February 7, 2014. Roll call, please.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casserly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. Item 4 on the agenda is hearing from the public, and we extend this courtesy to the public each week. If anyone has anything they want to address to the board, we ask that you come forward and state your name and nature of your business, and we will listen to what you have to say. So, nobody wants to talk to us. We're not that bad. Not hearing from anyone or any of the public that's here, I'll extend that same courtesy to the Board of Aldermen. And any comments you'd like to make to the public? I'll start with Alderman Dreyer. You're good? Alderman Flake?
I'll just repeat what I said the last time. Due to the weather conditions we've been having, street department and that crew have been doing an outstanding job. I haven't got any complaints, so that's a good sign.
That is a good sign. Alderman Cornell?
Nothing this evening.
Alderman Casserly?
Nothing.
Ooh, that's 2 weeks in a row. Alderman Ock?
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing. You guys all must have something to do later on.
No, we just don't want you to talk.
Yeah.
Nothing.
I'm going to be very brief too. I just have one comment I'll make and share with the board. When we did our strategic planning strategies, well, one of the things we talked about was trying to grow our local economy, and we wanted to coordinate with the Chamber of Commerce to provide a welcome packet for new businesses when they obtain a merchant's license. I had a chance to meet with the Chamber Outreach Program last week, and they were very receptive, and in fact, I think our comment to them originally was, we think they do a good job with their outreach program now. We might be able to benefit them and help them a little bit. They were very receptive to work with us, and I think we can expect some good things out of there. I noticed I see Jan's here. Do you need to address us or anything, Jan?
No, I'm real excited to get started on that, though.
Good.
We're very happy to partner with you.
Okay.
Thank you.
We're looking forward to that too, and I think you're going to coordinate things with Terry on getting things started.
Yes.
And that's all I have. No, I don't. I have one other thing. I need to appoint a new member to the Planning and Zoning Board. I had a resignation for Mike Kendall, who I read at the last board meeting, and I would like to appoint Ricky Kohler to the Planning and Zoning Commission. Ricky served on the Planning and Zoning Commission. I'm not sure how long ago it's been. I was on that board at that time too, and then he had some situations with his job and home life where he had to resign, and he's offered his services to come back on the board. So if there's no discussion or concerns, I would entertain a motion to approve Ricky Kohler.
I'd make a motion to approve the mayor's appointment of Richie Kohler to the Planning and Zoning Commission.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Cardinal, seconded by
Dryer.
by Alderman Dreyer. My hearing's not that good. To approve the mayor's appointment of Ricky Kohler to the Planning and Zoning Commission to fill the unexpired term of Mike Kendall. Roll call, please.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes?
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. Any amended items on the agenda? Terry, you're up, Director of Operations.
Okay. My first item for you this evening is a request for approval for engineering. We've spoken with Joy Howard, our financial person. She has been in contact with the state and has learned that they anticipate $38 million in state revolving fund money to be available in October of this year. Our hope would be that we would be able to access those funds for the improvements to our wastewater system. And in order to do that, we need to have an application completed that they have requested be in very close to the end of February or early March. The intent is for them to have a use plan out in June. So if we would be able to access those funds, we would know that when they put their use plan out in June. It does require a good deal of engineering to complete a state revolving fund application. And the proposal from our engineer who does all of our general engineering, Gonzalez Companies, is for not to exceed cost of $2,400 for task order number 10, which is to do all of the engineering work associated with the state revolving fund application. So the question is, at this time, are we willing to spend the $2,400 in anticipation of our revenue bonds passing in April? Because you can't access state revolving funds without voter-approved revenue bonds. But if we're going to submit an application for this period state revolving money, we need to do that quickly.
And that by far would be our cheaper way to go?
You
if we
only
could get
pay
the state revolving
30%
fund?
of the interest
Okay.
on those funds.
And our cost for that application is not to exceed
That's correct.
$2,400. What's the board's pleasure? Any discussion or concerns?
Make a motion that we would approve the recommendation to use Gonzalez Engineering for the grant application in the amount of $2,400 not to exceed.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Ock, seconded by Alderman Clark to approve the application for engineering for the state revolving funds with Gonzalez Companies LLC. Any other discussion or concerns? Roll call, please.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0.
And then only other couple of other small things. At your desk this evening, you have the final draft of the educational materials for the public on the bond issue. There are two pieces. One is a brochure that inside then has the map of the improvements. The other will end up being a postcard. It's a little larger there this evening than what it actually will end up being, but it will be a postcard. The brochure will be mailed out the week of March 17th. Then the week of March 24th, Mr. Orlett has been kind enough to agree to do an article for the paper with some explanation of what the project is. And then the week of March 31st, we would mail out the postcard.
This is going to be the postcard?
It will be a little bit smaller than that. That's what it
I was
will
going
look
to
like.
say, certainly that's not going to be.
We didn't have any of the right size of paper to print it on, but
Okay.
it will be double-sided. And I think it ends up being about a 5x6,
Okay.
somewhere in that neighborhood, the postcard paper that's available for that. So that's the plan as far as voter education for that. I think last meeting it was recommended we do a postcard for that last week.
Right.
So that's what we came up with, something very simple, but put the message out there.
And I think our job in the meantime is we need to educate the public, meaning we, the board, and myself,
Yes.
about why we're doing this and the necessity for it and our future for the next 25 years, so.
Our plan is also we will have the brochure information out on the webpage. We'll also put it out on the Facebook page, and then Brad is getting us some frames so that we can put a very large map of the improvements and some information out in the lobby, so that anybody who comes in and wants to look at a larger version of it, it's there and available. So it's definitely, the educational pieces are what we need to really push for right now. And then my last item is just a question. It sounds like that there are some conflicts in your schedules for Thursday night, which was to be the strategic planning session update on the action plan with the department heads. But earlier it sounded like maybe we had some conflicts. So my question is, do we need to reschedule something on that?
I think Alderman Dreyer said you were iffy.
Yeah.
Alderman Flake, are you all right on that?
Thursday night's fine.
Fine.
I cannot. I've had a family situation.
You're good. Alderman Ock?
I'm fine. I have other commitment.
So half your board's gone.
Yeah. Let's reschedule it
Okay?
and just pick us a good date and let us know.
Okay, I will email out and we'll try to coordinate a date with everybody that
I'm available Saturday.
works.
Oh, just.
You'll be the only one.
Let us know how it turns out. I'll say that.
I suggest that everybody's like,
I'm available at 6 in the morning.
I'll be there.
6 in the morning.
I apologize that the snow has really caused some rescheduling issues for me.
We will come up with another date.
Anything?
That's all I have this
April.
evening.
That's all? Does the board have anything for Terry? Okay, we're moving on to Guy Gevers, Public Works Director.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. First item you have is the monthly report. Snow removal is the hot topic.
I think Alderman Flake said he had no reports on the snow removal, and I had one complaint, and you told me you've already addressed that and took care of it, so we're good on it.
Crew did a good job.
I think so.
Yeah, they did.
I have one complaint raised, and within an hour of me receiving the call, I talked to Terry, who talked to Guy, who personally called and remedied that, and I appreciate that.
I've had several complaints And after talking to him, it finds out it's not part of the city. It was
More
like state roads, like Highway M going out in front of Holy Rosary and that area, and up and down 47. So we're not responsible for all those streets.
Thank you, Guy.
Any questions for Guy on his monthly report?
I do have a real quick question. I noticed, on the top half of the report, it says, this facility is required to meet a removal efficiency of 85%. Is there anything on the report that would indicate where we're at on that, or is it just...
Do you see where it says BOD, oxygen demand, and it shows a 30?
Right,
That's our max.
okay,
What we're producing is a 6. Same with the total suspended solids. The limit's a 30, what we're putting out is a 3.
and that's,
We're way below our limits.
okay,
And then the pH is standard, neutral 7.
so if we saw in the report that the 6 was a 29, there would be reason for concern.
I wouldn't be here if he's trying to figure out what's going on.
You'd be down there?
Wouldn't go.
Okay, that's all I need to know.
How about item B, 9B?
Transfer switches, this is for the wells, well 8, no, well 6, I'm sorry, is the transfer switch, and I went with Global Tech because they're the ones that built our generator, and they match the generator up to the wells, and what the transfer switch does is when the power's off to the well, it'll transfer the power from the generator to the well, and we have to make sure that the leads are connected properly, that the well's spinning the proper, and the voltage and amperage matches the well. So I feel more comfortable going with him because he was the one that built the specs to the well.
Is this something that's new?
Yes, it'll be a new, it sits on the outside of the telephone pole,
Okay.
and we'll pull the generator up, plug it in to the transfer switch, and then be able to power up
Part of the well.
our part of it.
Okay.
Make a motion that we approve the bid from Global Tech Power for $9,905.44 for the well number 6.
Second,
Motion by Alderman Casserly, seconded by Alderman Ock to approve the bid from the public, or the bid regarding the Public Works Director from Global Tech Power in the amount of $9,905.44.
that's for...
Roll call, please.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. I assume that the other well's the same problem.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, may I have another?
In the same Global Tech?
Yes, sir.
Make a motion that we purchase the transfer switch for well number 8 from Global Tech Power for $9,905.44.
Second,
Motion by Alderman Casserly, is that Alderman Clark? Second it, close enough, to approve the transfer switch for well number 8 bid from Global Tech Powers in the amount of $9,905.44. Roll call, please.
Alderman Ock?
yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. How about the minivan?
I'd like to have approval for the minivan state contract.
Would you like to add a couch, maybe a recliner or something too? I'm kidding.
Pretty plain.
I was going to call it the mayor's van.
It's just 2 seats, so
And this is
How many
basically,
seats?
just 2,
Two?
this is maintenance
yes.
van. Are we
We,
replacing one?
We replaced one from last year. We didn't get it in quick enough for the state contract for last year. We had to wait for the new contract to come through for this year.
I was going to take that other van to the mayor's convention in Branson, and the staff advised me, don't do it. I don't think you'll make it down there and back in it, so,
That's the one we replaced last week.
no, we didn't.
So have you been without this van for
Yes.
how long?
Oh, I don't know the exact date, quite a few months.
You know what the next question is?
They're using my vehicle and we're filling in with other vehicles.
Good answer.
Good.
And we were also short a meter reader too at the time, so.
Okay.
Entertain a motion.
I did the last two.
Make a motion that we would approve the purchase of a van from Capital Chrysler, Jeep Dodge, and Jefferson City in the amount of $21,178.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Ock, seconded by Alderman Dreyer, to approve the state bid from Capital Chrysler Jeep Dodge in the amount of $21,178. Roll call, please.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Motion carried, 6-0. Anything else, Mr. Gavers?
No, sir, thank you.
It's good, because we don't have any money left. Thank you. Thanks for playing.
Chief Howdy, you're on.
Good evening, Mayor and Board. I have this evening the monthly report from January. Numbers are down this January as compared to last, mostly due to inclement weather.
It's crazy.
It's been pretty tough getting around. And it's funny how snow has a calming influence on people too, at least at the beginning. When it's falling, it's calming. On the back end, not so much. The other thing I think of note, on the detective report, Detective Black completed an investigation of the American Bank robbery. That is not a new robbery, that's one from 2011. We co-investigated that with the FBI, and for some reason the feds did not pick up the prosecution on that. So we have sent that to the PA's office for state charges. So that's what's going on with that.
And there's 6 suicides on here. Is that 6
Those are
suicides
six
attempt?
those are calls. And generally, there's not even necessarily an attempt, but somebody who's maybe in crisis. So we'll get a call from the crisis hotline to go check on somebody.
Okay.
Any questions for the chief, from the board? Anybody have anything?
I would imagine that our officer that got struck is probably also on everybody's mind.
Right.
He's actually doing pretty well. He's still being evaluated for injuries, but he's up walking around and moving pretty slow. He's pretty sore, but hopefully we'll get him back to work fairly quickly.
Did he come home over the weekend, or did he?
He actually went home that night. He was released from the hospital around 6:30.
Oh,
And that incident happened around 3.
right.
Was it unusual for you all to be out on the interstate, or were you called to
We
assist?
were actually out working a crash on the highway.
Okay.
That's not unusual at all.
Is or isn't?
Is not.
Is not, okay. What else you got, chief?
That's all I have.
Guess you guys are all easy tonight. If no one has anything for the chief, I'm going to move to the Grounds and Maintenance Director, Brad Boozy Cruz.
Good evening, Board and Mayor and Board. Have the grounds and maintenance report for December and January, I guess January's. Like guys, there's been a lot of snow, a lot of shoveling, a lot of salting and cleaning.
How's your little sidewalk snow blower?
Great.
You
Best thing we have. Oh, the guys love it. On the
use
deep
that a lot
snows,
this.
you just blow it 50 some odd feet out in the middle of the parking lot, and then we can take the truck and just take it right out.
there.
Should have done it years ago.
Well, I remember when you bought that, we questioned, why are we spending so much money on one of those things? But
Yeah,
so it's well worth the...
Well worth the money, I tell you. It does some throwing.
I finally got out to Binkley Woods this weekend, and those platforms with the chairs around the lake look really nice.
Oh, on the south side of the lake?
Mm-hmm. Those
Yeah.
look really nice.
Okay, how about we're going to move on to the electrician's bid.
All right, you have the bid tabs for the electrician bid, and My recommendation would be to go with Roger Owenby Sales and Service of Warrenton.
He has the current bid, correct?
Yes, he has our current provider now.
Entertain a motion if there's no other concerns.
Make a motion to approve the recommended general repair electrician bid of Roger Owenby Sales and Service.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Cornell, seconded by Alderman Clark, to approve the electrician bid for, how did you word that, general electrical repairs?
General repair electrician.
For the city of Warrenton. Roll call, please, if there's no other discussion.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0.
Next I have is the general plumber, and my recommendation would be go with Michelson Plumbing of Warrenton.
And he also is our...
Yes, he's also the current
plumber now?
Current plumber, yes.
Make a motion to approve the grounds and maintenance director recommendation of Michelson Plumbing for the general plumber bid.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Cornell, seconded by Alderman Flake, to approve the grounds and maintenance director's recommendation for the plumber's bid to Michelson Plumbing. Any questions or concerns? Roll call, please.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0.
That's all I have for you tonight.
Thank you, Brad.
Thank you.
I'm ready for Planning and Zoning Director Jack Hemp.
First, I have the Building Department Code Enforcement Monthly Report.
What's the difference between the two columns?
One is for the tracking what the Building Department activity, and the other one is the Code Enforcement.
Okay.
I can combine them if it'd be...
No, it
You
was
think
fine. I
it's
didn't know
easier
if
to
there was, I was trying to figure out if one was a building violation, one was a code violation that didn't deal with property, or what the difference was. That's.
This
so
is a nice report, Joe.
This is a
new
very
one.
nice
This is
report.
a nice report.
Thank you.
Looks good.
I noticed you had 15 sign items. Can you kind of give us an update? Have we had it since we changed the enforcement of the sign over the weekend? Has that been an issue? Or is that quiet? Or is that represented by the 15 or what?
As far as the
The
weekend signs
yeah, the
for
weekend
like
sign
the,
deal.
I've not received any complaints for signs in the right-of-way.
I think this is reflective of the topic that I brought up last week that we had with the realtors, that we had a lot of sign issues related to sizes of signs, temporary signs
That are, yes,
versus
that are not in
permanent
compliance.
signs. So this is what I asked for the work session to discuss this issue here.
And I would say the majority of them are being brought into compliance.
Yeah.
They're downsizing them,
Okay.
bringing
But that had
them into
nothing to
compliance.
do with us waiving the enforcement of the state right away.
No, sir.
Those were just other
It's a
regulations.
completely separate,
Separate
Issue.
issue.
but we did do a sign inventory across the city.
What does that mean?
We went and checked every street for every sign to see what's there.
Okay.
And that may have brought a few more of these to the forefront.
Anything else on Jack's monthly report? How about 12B, Festival of Fun?
It's a special event permit application for a proposed Festival of Fun to be held at the Warren County Fairgrounds on June the 7th, 8th of 2014. Per section 405.105, applicants may apply for a special event permit for activities within the OPR district. On January 17th, Jan Orlick, care of Warrenton Area Chamber, submitted a special event permit application for the Festival of Fun 2014 to be held at the Warren County Fairgrounds. on June the 7th and 8th. This is the second Festival of Fun to be held by the applicant. The first Festival of Fun was successfully held June 1st and 2nd, 2013, without any negative effects on the safety and general welfare of the public and our surrounding neighborhoods. Motion for approval passed 6-0 with 3 absent and 1 abstention at the February 6, 2014 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting.
When people submit these requests, I assume there's something in the application that tells you what the activity is?
Yes, sir.
Because it's not on the report here, it just,
It's here.
I didn't see it.
The complete application should be included.
All the way down the bottom? Oh,
Keep
okay,
going.
all the way down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that part of the applicant? Yeah, okay, I see.
Yeah, I include the complete application in your packets for you.
Okay. Are you guaranteeing?
And I have the Public Works Director and the Chief of Police review these too in case they have any items or comments to be included in your report.
Are you guaranteeing that it'll be fun?
That would be Jan's responsibility, and she is here. Are you
guaranteeing that?
Festival of Fun.
It's not only going to be fun, it's going to be festive. It's going to be festive and fun, right? Wow. All right, we're going to count on that then.
Well, last year we had an issue with the weather, remember? It was a little tornado type the Friday before, but then it all went away and we had a wonderful weekend. So we're hoping for the wonderful weekend part and not the Friday weather issues.
We need to make a motion?
I need a motion.
Need a motion to approve the application for the Festival of Fun on June the, I lost it.
7 and 8.
7th and 8th of 2014.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Casterly, seconded by Alderman Ock to approve the application for Festival of Fun 2014 on June 7th and 8th. Roll call, please.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. My next item on the agenda is 12C, is Title Max Site Plan -79.
It's a site plan approval request for Title Max Living Institution to be located at 711 North Highway 47. And this, for this one, the motion for approval passed 7-0 with 3 absent at the February 6, 2014 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting with the condition of the landscape plan approval. The applicant has revised the site plan to include landscaping that meets or exceeds the landscaping requirements for this project.
And it looks like it'll spiff it up, the landscape.
Yeah.
What's going to happen to that huge pole? Are they going to keep that there?
I believe they're in the process of going to apply for a sign permit to put a sign on that pole, is my understanding.
How are they going to how are they going to plant out there with all the asphalt?
Well, it's all around the building. You see it?
You know, is it in that
They
asphalt
had-
all the way up to it?
No.
No, there's gravel areas.
I want to know if you'll still be able to do your business at the drive-through.
You get a card on there.
I believe there's representatives
You can drive up with it, but you can't leave with your car. That's the difference.
Well, that sounds like a repetitive meeting comment, huh, Fred? I make a motion to approve. What is that?
Someone's backing up.
Do we need to leave the building?
No, you're good.
Darn it. I'll make a motion that we approve the site plan approval for Title Max. Do I do SP 79?
Second.
Did we have a second on there?
Second.
Motion by Alderman Casterly, seconded by Alderman Clark to approve the Title Max Site Plan -79. Any other discussion, concerns? Roll call, please.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. 12D is Title Max Conditional Use Permit -37.
This is a conditional use permit approval request for the Title Max lending institution to be located at 711 North Highway 47. The motion for approval passed 7-0 with 3 absent at the February 6, 2014 Planning and Zoning Commission meeting with no conditions.
Be a little evil not to make a motion.
Is the conditional use permit due to the fact it's been vacant for so long?
It's the type of
business?
The secured loans, secured personal credit loans requires a conditional use permit.
Make a motion that we approve the conditional use policy for Title Max.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Casserly, seconded by Alderman Cornell, to approve the Title Max conditional use permit -37. Roll call, please.
Alderman Ock?
No.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Motion carried 5-1. And Alderman Ock, do you want to comment on your no vote?
Yeah, since it is a conditional use, we don't have to approve it, and you know my position on putting on sales tax revenue businesses in that commercial zone, so therefore, I think that we have the option to say no because it is conditional.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Is that all, Jack?
That's it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm on item 13, bills to ordinance, bill number 15-14.
Call for the first reading of bill number 15-14.
Second.
Motion made by Alderman Clark, was that Alderman Dreyer, second? For first reading of bill number 15-14.
The zoning ordinance as authorized under Section 405.390 of the Municipal Code of the City of Warrenton, Missouri, approving a site plan for Title Max located at 711 North Highway 47.
Call for second final reading and passage of bill number 15-14.
You have a second?
Second.
Motion by Alderman Flake, seconded by Alderman Cornell, for second final reading and passage of bill number 15-14.
An ordinance is authorized under Section 405.390 of the Municipal Code of the City of Warrenton, Missouri, approving a site plan for Title Max located at 711 North Highway 47.
Roll call, please.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Motion carried 6-0. Bill number 16-14.
Call for the first reading of bill number 16-14.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Clark, seconded by Alderman Dreyer, for first reading of bill number 16-14.
An ordinance approving the conditional use to allow a lending institute for Title Max located at 711 North Highway 47.
Call for second final reading and passage of bill number 16-14.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Flake, seconded by Alderman Cornell, for second and final reading of and passage of bill number 16-14.
An ordinance approving the conditional use to allow a lending institute for Title Max located at 711 North Highway 47.
Roll call.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
No.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Motion carried 5-1. And I'm ready for a motion to adjourn to executive session to discuss real estate.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Alderman Cornell, seconded by Alderman Flake to adjourn to executive session to discuss real estate. Roll call, please.
Alderman Flake?
Yes.
Alderman Cornell?
Yes.
Alderperson Casterly?
Yes.
Alderman Ock?
Yes.
Alderman Clark?
Yes.
Alderman Dreyer?
Yes.
We're adjourned.
Wow.
Executive session.